Welcome to this week's Videocast. We're out at Breakaway Academy this week. I got Coach Jesse Willis from the Academy here with me today. We're going to talk a little bit about Breakaway Academy, some of the great things they're doing here, teaching kids about school tech and education, as well as their hockey environment they have here for the kids as well. Thanks for joining us, Jesse. Let's talk a little bit about the school. Tell me about Breakaway Academy.
Yeah, thanks, Tony, for coming in. Breakaway Academy, it's a traditional classroom style school. We're located in the Chaska Community Center. Really what it is it's project-based learning. We have classrooms down in the basement here at the community center, and it's taught by licensed teachers.
Okay. If you couldn't pick up, Jesse's got a thick Canadian accent. Tell me where you're from in Canada and where you grew up.
I grew up just outside of Edmonton, up in Alberta.
And when I talked to Jesse earlier this week, I asked him, were there any good hockey players from Edmonton? He just scoffed at me and he said, oh, you can't name them all. I'd have to get out a book this long to name all the great players from Edmonton. So I've had a good time getting to know the people here at Breakaway. I was in the classroom this week. Tell me about some of the licensed teachers that you have here teaching at Breakaway.
Yeah, our head teacher is Dave Snuggerud. We all know Dave. He from Hopkins, Minnesota, played for the Buffalo Sabres. He's been a teacher for over 20 years, teaching the YZeta school district. He's kind of heading up our science department.
We talked a little acid rain last week.
Yeah.
So I learned a little bit myself.
He loves talking about science. So, and then Jeff Metzler, he's our math teacher. He's also from YZeta area.
And a non-hockey guy too.
Yeah,
he's like total fish out of water.
Yes, he is. Yeah, but he's learning. He's learning. He got into our hockey draft and everything. So so it's good.
It's like a bad disease, isn't it?
Yes, it is. And he's getting hooked. He's following Sid Crosby now. So
good.
And he's a math teacher, and he's got over 16 years of experience. And then Kim Rohn is our English teacher, and she's from Chaska. She's been teaching for over 10 years as well. So she's making our students really enjoy English.
That's cool. Let's talk a little hockey. We'll come back, talk a little bit more hockey a little bit, talk about how you train and your past and stuff like that. I want a couple of shout outs here. I covered the Squirt A district preview down at District 8 last weekend and saw some good teams. A surprising team to some would be Apple Valley. They swept through. They didn't keep score, but they scored more goals than their opponents in every game. I got a couple nice players in their team in my article. A kid named Jared Wright, little tiny guy, great little skater. Reminds me a lot of some of the great squirts that we saw last year at our Squirtacular. He's going to be one of those kids that will definitely shine. And he's got a kid who plays defense named Jack Novak. Wow, wait till you see this kid, Jesse.
Really?
This kid can play.
That's
he's
great.
A dangler. I mean, looks like he's been in stick handling school for his whole life. So he's just got moves, and they got a couple other great role players in their team. Good goalie, well coached. It's a good story. Apple Valley is a great story.
That's great.
Another thing that we're covering next weekend, we'll be up in Brainerd doing the Blue Ox tournament. First tournament where we're going to go on the road and put on our YHH road show, so it should be fun. Cover the best Bantam AA teams in the state. We're really excited about that. And lastly, a huge thumbs up to all the 193 new scorekeepers are putting scores into our site. This week, after our maintenance is completed, all of the now rankings will be updated every day, sometimes twice a day. So when you enter your scores from your games, we'll have updated computerized rankings in the site. And then obviously we'll be doing the staff rankings. Right now we're only doing Bantam AA and Pee Wee AA because that's the only ones where we have serious data on. But soon enough, probably by Thanksgiving, we'll be covering all of the levels. Likely on the Monday, November 21st or whatever that is, after the Blue Ox, we'll be posting all of the rankings, staff rankings for all the levels. So let's get back. Let's talk about your past. I know when I first met you, your first claim to fame was you coached the the PWA team for Jefferson that had all of the studs on it, Eric Johnson and Peter Mueller and several other great players. Josh Levine on that team?
Yeah, he was first year PWA at the time.
And then LeBombard was on that team.
LeBombard and Jaskowiak.
Jaskowiak, Nick's a great kid.
Yeah.
Great kid. It was a great team. Tell me about coaching that team and being involved with that crew of kids.
Yeah, I just came right out of college and was looking to kind of give back to hockey and ended up falling in coaching that group, and it was my very first kick of the cat coaching youth hockey, and it was a really nice way to get into it because when you coach the likes of Eric Johnson and Peter Mueller, I could tell at that time they were special. I would always sit back and watch Eric make passes, and I'd be like, how did he see him? He just had a vision already at that time, and Peter had a shot that was next to nobody else, and they were just really fun to coach.
Yeah, he went from that team to playing high school hockey, scored 20 goals and 20 assists as an 8th grader for Breck, right?
Yeah. And he was just physically big, and like I said, his shot was, he could hang a slap shot, he could have a twisted wrist or two. It was pretty good.
Well, that's cool. So all right, so let's fast forward now to what you're coaching this year. Who are you coaching this year?
Here in Chaska, I'm coaching the PB Single A's.
Okay.
My son's on that team.
And how have you guys done so far?
So far, we're off to a good start. I think we played 6 or 7 games, and the only team that's got us so far is Minneapolis.
Oh yeah, that's a strong team. They'll probably be AA this year. So if you're losing to a top AA team like Minneapolis, you guys probably have a really good squad.
Yeah, we do. We have a really nice mix of young and some first years and second years. And we got great goaltending. I think we're 2 district games in. We haven't given up a goal yet. So
really,
so Zach Hansen's been just playing fantastic.
Was he your goalie for the Square A's last year? Yeah, I remember him. He was solid. He made some big saves for you down the stretch.
Yeah, and he's a gamer. He's a real gamer in that. So
let's talk about a couple more players on your team that stand out to you, or is it just the coaching that makes you guys so good?
Well, of course it's the coaching, but no. But
I'm hearing whispers that it's not. They're just so loaded in Chaska-Chan that anyone can coach that team.
Well, we got a deep program, and but it does start with good coaches and good kids. But some of our second years, Gavin Bunger's a good player that has got a lot of talent. He also attends our school here as well.
Okay.
And then Thomas Clausen's another second year that's a great player. And then we also have some good solid defensemen, and Nikolai Chorchenko. If you come and watch our games,
say that one 10 times.
Right, but he's just a tower out there. He's huge. And then we got a great mixture of first years with Shane Lavelle, who's also a student here as well. He works hard up and down the ice, and we got my son Jack Willis on defense. He's probably the smallest guy in the team.
Yeah.
And Owen Thomas.
What are you feeding him at home? I mean, come on.
Well, I'm trying to get him to eat more. I know. I'm trying to get him to grow, but he doesn't like to eat so much. So.
All right. So let's talk about your day job a little bit. You're out there training.
Yeah.
One of my favorite highlights of being here at the school is watching you with the radar gun,
right,
teaching science. Here's hockey dad, hockey coach, teaching science to kids.
Yeah.
So talk about that a little bit, and then we'll talk about a couple of kids in the academy.
Right. Well, that's the fun thing about the school is that we're allowed to kind of take a traditional classroom style and take it out on the ice, because when you look at hockey is science. And so one of the projects that the kids did is they were trying to figure out if how the quickest way to get back into the zone. Is it quicker to do a power turn and come back into the zone? Is it quicker to do a power turn with crossovers getting back into the zone, or is it just stopping and getting back into the zone? And so they ran through these different experiments and ended up finding out that a power turn coming back was the quickest way to get back into the zone. So
not my coach. Growing up, he's nope, stop and start.
Yeah.
That was what we were told, but we had no scientific evidence. So.
Yeah, so now it's a proven fact at the Breakaway Academy. So, and then the other thing too is we're also testing out if a different curve makes a difference in your slap shot.
And that's what you were doing with the radar?
Yeah, so we were just doing radar and testing out, and then it came kind of a competition between the kids who had the best shot and the
I can't imagine that. I can't imagine kids who want to compete.
Yeah, but it's, what a great way for these kids to learn science, and to take something that they're super passionate about and then going out on the ice and actually learning everyday life in a hockey atmosphere. It's really cool.
So at the Pumpkin a couple weeks ago, I see these breakaway bags. Kids have got their breakaway bags, and they're walking into the rink with their Breakaway Academy bags. They're all over the place. I mean, it's not just Chaska Chans. Talk about some of the kids. It could be Chaska Chan kids here at the Academy. I know there's kids from YHH, kids from Orono. They're all over the western suburbs coming into the Academy. Tell me about a couple of the kids that you coach every day. You're on the ice with them and training with them. Tell me about some kids that stand out to you from the Academy.
Yeah, we have a fantastic first class here at the Breakaway Academy. All the kids are doing really well at school, and they're doing a great job on the ice as well. We have 5 kids from YHH that come here. Some of the kids that stand out to me is Rhett Pitlick.
Yeah, he's a special player. It's not just because of his last name. He's earned it all on his own. He's a really nice player.
And his work ethic on the ice is unbelievable. He's a perfectionist. He goes out there and he tries the same move over and over and over and over and over again until he perfects it. And what he's doing is he's taking something that's an uncomfortable movement and making it comfortable. Another one is Caden Bolson. Yep. When he gets skating down the ice, he's about as smooth as they get.
And that hair. I mean, goodness,
the flow is pretty good.
Pretty sweet flow.
Yeah, and then we got both goalies from the PBAA team up in YHH coming as well.
Okay.
And then Charlie Erickson.
Danny Fraga.
Yeah.
Oh, my kids.
And Bailey Huber is the other one.
Yeah, Bailey was the other one. Yeah.
And then Charlie Erickson's the other one coming from YHH. So it's a good group. We have a couple boys from Orono that are bantams. From Eden Prairie, Johnny Middlestad is another one that stands out on the ice with us.
Can scoot, can he?
Yeah, and the thing about him is he's always has a smile on his face. You can tell when he's out there, he just loves it. He's so passionate about the game, and it really shows in the way he plays. He's just scooting around out there. He's a lot of fun to watch.
You had a couple of Minnetonka kids that I just saw based on the name on their sleeve, Lagerbeck and Streeter. Right?
Streeter and then James Miller as well.
And James Miller, okay. Yeah, so it's not just stockpiles of Chaska Chan kids.
Right.
It's a good diversity.
Yeah, we've got a boy from Prior Lake that comes.
Oh, really?
To school.
Who's that?
It's Michael Spinner's his name.
Okay.
He plays at Minnesota Made.
Okay.
But he's another great kid that is super passionate about the game, and so it's just it's a fun place to come.
I think we're gonna run out of space on the memory card here just talking hockey. But I could talk about it all day long. It's fun to come out here. It's fun to get to know some of the kids here at the school and watch them learn and watch them play hockey. If you're looking for a good environment for a kid, you live in the western suburbs. We're not saying don't take kids from the east side, but it's quite a commute. You guys do have a bus. You do go pick kids up from all over the western suburbs all morning. Who drives the bus?
Well, Dave drives in the morning, and then
Did you hear that? Former NHLer, former Olympian, former Gopher, drives a school bus. Yeah. You can make it someday, just like Dave Snugger has.
A man of many hats.
And you drive it too?
And I drive it in the afternoons, so I drop him off.
Brink doesn't drive the bus? They don't let him drive?
No, we don't. He's strictly on the ice. He steers around on the ice. We don't want him behind the wheel.
Oh, okay. That's good. Yeah, he's a good coach. That's for sure.
Yes, he is.
Good coach.
Yeah.
All right, well, thanks for having us out here. Great to get to know you guys, and we're looking forward to a great partnership with YHH and Breakaway Academy. We'll be back next week to report on, we'll be making our predictions next week on our videocast for the Blue Ox tournament. We'll be also launching YHH on the Engine platform next Wednesday, so look for a lot of new changes on YHH here in the next couple weeks. Have a good week. We'll see you at the rink.
Thank you.